Hello, CA1s. Today, for your CA1 lecture series, you're going to get into the basics of airway management, airway anatomy, and how to manage an airway effectively. This is an important topic because as an anesthesiologist, you'll be the one other providers look to during difficult and high-stress situations. As such, it's important that you have a good handle of the basics of airway management. You should focus your studying today on the topics I'm about to cover. Your first objective is to learn how to perform a proper airway assessment. You should consider what history is important that you gather from the chart or from the patient. Are there physical exam features that predict difficulty ventilating or intubating? You'll also learn how to effectively describe airway anatomy and identify important structures. So now that you've assessed the patient, you need to prepare for your actual intubation. During your studying today, try to understand proper patient positioning and why a properly positioned patient could make all the difference between successful tracheal intubation and failure. Next, consider the pros and cons of supraglottic devices, which are also known as laryngeal mask airways, or LMAs. You should focus your studying today on understanding what situation is appropriate for an LMA, when you do not want to use an LMA, and the LMA's role in the difficult airway algorithm. There's a hyperlink to an excellent LMA module in the anesthesia toolbox at the end of this slideshow. So now you've gathered all the information, how will you go about synthesizing all you've learned about airways and the patient in front of you into a concrete plan for managing their airway? Perfecting this skill can't necessarily be taught in a book, but as you study today, consider how you apply what you've learned to your clinical practice. As you spend more and more time in the ORs, you'll learn that the best anesthesiologist is a prepared anesthesiologist. So formulating and acting on your backup plan is an invaluable skill that you'll develop over time. The last major point you should focus on today is the difficult airway algorithm. Not only is this high yield for boards, but knowing and being able to quickly follow this algorithm in a situation as high stress as a difficult airway could save you and your patient from harm. As you study, consider the clinical, practical, and medico-legal importance of this algorithm and make sure you commit it to memory. There is a link to the ASA practice standard and the algorithm at the end of this slideshow. In these last two slides, you'll find hyperlinks to several different types of resources that can help in aiding your studying. You shouldn't use all of them, but because different people study in different ways, you'll find podcasts, YouTube videos, textbooks, and other miscellaneous things that you should take advantage of if it works for your studying.